good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining me. I am gonna start this as a little cozy reading vlog, I think. I just finished House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J Maas, and that was the second book in the Crescent City series. I feel like it wasn't as strong as the first book, partly because there was so many POVs. There was about 6 POVs, and I just felt like some of them were a bit boring and I didn't really care about, and they could have been edited out, and the plots didn't really tie in that much. Like, they weren't really that relevant. I mean, I guess they could be relevant for the next book. I haven't read it, but yeah, personally I felt like I didn't need to read it, and it just made the book drag a little bit. But I enjoyed the overall plot. I like the fantasy and the tie-in with Akatar. I'm very excited to get the last book that's just come out, but yeah, I think I'll wait for a little bit before I read that. And I wanted to head to the bookstore where I've actually been offered a job, and there's a little cafe there, so I was thinking we could go and read some smaller books that are on my TBR, and they are Piranesi by Susanna Clarke and The Beautiful Ones by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And I think I'm going to start with Piranesi. They're both nice small books, so I feel like there's something that's easy for me to tackle, definitely after the Crescent City book, because they are so large. But yeah, this is exciting. There's not too much given away by the back of the book, so I will kind of update you with it as I go along. But as I said, we will head out to the bookstore. I'm going to be a bookseller there part-time, so that will be really great for the channel. I can get early access to some books that are being published this year, and I just can hopefully read more books and inform you guys of some exciting releases that are coming out, or old books that I've not read before. So yeah, without further ado, let's head out. It is another grey day in the UK. Are we surprised? Not really. We did have a day of sunshine for a little bit yesterday, but it's generally been raining for the last week on end, so I'm British, I will deal with it. Let's head out, guys. Can we just appreciate this horn that I'm growing on my head right now? I've just read so many fantasy books that I'm becoming a unicorn. I'm back from town. It's extremely cold outside. I very much underestimated how cold it would be, so I'm quite chilly, and I've made myself a cup of tea and I've got some biscuits. But I'm currently on page 39 of Piranesi, and I'm intrigued. It's kind of bizarre at the moment. We're following Piranesi, who is sort of documenting things in journals, and he is coming across as kind of like a scientist character. He's in this really bizarre world where it's just very bizarre. I don't want to give too much away. I have some theories that this book may touch on topics of mental illness or possibly like dementia, and I feel like we're viewing the world perhaps through someone with that, through those eyes. It's kind of, I'm questioning, are we viewing it through Piranesi's eyes and he sees something normal as something else because of his mental illness or something. I'm purely speculating. I may be proved wrong, but it's the kind of feelings I'm getting so far, and I'm intrigued to continue. So I'm gonna have my tea and biscuits, and then I'll do some more reading and update you guys later on. Reading update. I'm about halfway through the book now, I think page 114, and I'm intrigued. It's getting weird. We're starting to find out things about the people that are in this world that Piranesi lives in. He's finding some memories that he's forgotten. We're like reading through journal entries, and yeah, I feel like there's some like cult type thing going on, and I'm intrigued to find out what happens, but I'll keep you updated. We've ordered a Chinese and I'm looking forward to eating that. Hello vlog, it is the next day and I have a reading update for you. I finished Piranesi yesterday, and this was such a weird, bizarre, strange book, but it was actually really good. I gave it 5 stars. My full review is on Goodreads if you'd like to read that. It was just heartbreaking at the end when you discover kind of what's actually going on, and at the beginning it's so vague and a bit of a mystery, so the whole book is a bit of a mystery going through, and you kind of end the book feeling like you're kind of questioning what was real and what wasn't. It was just unlike anything I've ever read before. So I have made some couple little tabs, and I might do a full like kind of review at the end of this vlog when I've finished both the books. But I have started The Beautiful Ones. I'm only a couple pages in. So far it's interesting. We're kind of following Hector, who seems to be someone that has telekinesis, and then he's at a ball and he has met someone called Nina, and she's very interested in his powers of telekinesis. So we will see how that goes. Vlog. It is a couple days later, I think, than when I last recorded. I thought I would round up this video with discussions about the books that I finished and the books that I read in this vlog. I hope you enjoyed this little kind of cozy reading video. I had a lot of fun reading these books and making it and trying to film myself reading in different places. Like I said, it's a few days later. My parents came up to visit me, so I actually had a day or so with them, which was really nice. But without further ado, Piranesi, 5-star read. I loved this book. It was strange, bizarre, unlike anything I have ever read before. It starts off very vague and you're very kind of confused about what's going on, but the more you get into it, the more that is revealed, and it is kind of heartbreaking towards the end, and it's just very meaningful, and there are a lot of themes touched on this in, you know, kind of mental illness, what's reality and what isn't reality, and I also enjoyed the kind of themes of nature and Mother Earth in this book, and yeah, I just really thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I've never read anything like this before, and I'm definitely excited to read more of Susanna Clarke's work. And then second book I read was The Beautiful Ones by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and this was another 5-star read. I absolutely adored this book. It was stunning, it was everything I want in a romance. It was a historical romance with the tiniest bit of fantasy, and if you're not a fantasy enjoyer, I'd still recommend reading this book because it was very much like a side plot to the story and not really that big. But yeah, this is beautiful and like heartbreaking, and you feel all the emotions in it, but it, you know, it has a happy ending at the end, and this is perfect for the fans of like Pride and Prejudice, Half a Soul, or Bridgerton. And yeah, I thoroughly recommend this, and I can't wait to read Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I think I will be ordering that very soon. But yeah, that was my reading update for the vlog. I actually did just DNF a book recently. I started in The Night Circus and I really thought I was going to enjoy it, but I got to about 120 pages and I couldn't do it. I found it really boring. I got excited at the beginning because the characters seemed so good and I was invested in what the plot could be, but it just never happened, and I felt like it wasn't gonna happen. Maybe I'm just not in the mood for it. I might give it a go again in, you know, a month or so, but I couldn't stick at it. So then I moved on to Godkiller, and I'm really enjoying that. I'm about 150 pages in, which is about halfway through that book, and it's actually really fun. It's kind of like The Witcher meets like The Golden Compass meets, not Avatar, but kind of like Avatar Last Airbender vibes in terms of like the found family, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a fun little adventure, and I know the second book is out, so I may possibly get that if I really enjoy this one. But yeah, thank you for sticking around. I hope you have a good rest of your week, weekend, whatever it is you're doing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.